This set of enemy has provided us with hard garbage books and protagonists like we do with Halo and other bad books, but we can't deny that also provided us with some good baked enemies. I'm going to talk about the new gen enemies, especially the heavenly protagonists, and the video of course is going to be broken into maybe multiple parts. I think it's guaranteed at this point that it will be multiple parts, because there are really some good protagonists. Now, as a disclaimer, I'm not going to rank them. Again, I'm not going to rank them. I'm just stating who are the shining stars, so don't go on a crusade and gape my apple.
Trying to convince yourself you're on the right side of this.
Kicking off the list, we have Yujiitadori from Jujutsukaisen. Now, if we're talking about Season 1 and only Season 1 Yuji, he is mid 5 out of 10. Nothing special, just a typical protagonist. But if we're talking about the manga Itadori, especially after the Shibuya incident arc, plus the current event in the calling game, Itadori has become an 8 out of 10 protagonist. This man literally went on a series of character development, from a literal deco to a literal chat. Tell me you didn't like his Shibuya mental breakdown when he was screaming just die already, or the calling game Karg's speech, or even him literally saying to Higuruma that he was the one that caused the massacre, transmitting a big message that he and Sukuna are becoming one. Thus saying that Yujiitadori doesn't exist. The only one that exists now is Sukuna the human, and he needs to die. Unlike Naoto, he ain't willing to talk things out with Sukuna, or try to move him to the good side, which is a plus. The man's whole goal is to destroy him by eating all the fingers and execute himself. I don't think that he would die by the end of the story, but I believe is that there will be a tear-jerking moment and everyone is trying to stop him from committing suicide or something like that. That's why Yuji has the potential to go even further. I hope for the love of God, just give the man a knockoff Bankai. And he needs a cursed spirit. The verse is becoming rough. The verse is literally lethal right now. Yuji is a character that actually has an eternal fight. He has an eternal war within himself. He is having an identity crisis, I dare say, by having Sukuna residing inside of him. To the point that in the manga it actually developed and it is teased that Yuji has finally accepted Sukuna and finally removed himself he removed his existence. He's only Sukuna right now. And that is obvious with his Higuruma conversation when he actually said, yes, I was the one who caused the massacre on Shibuya, as I said in the beginning. So, in conclusion, Yuji is a really complex character, and that's what makes him really good. So far in the anime, he's actually kinda trash, but I think it would develop, especially in the future adaptations of the seasons. It will be so good. It would be so good.
I told you, you'll never beat me!
It would not be a good list if I don't include him. He started as an annoying little shit, screaming and moaning everywhere he goes. But when the story progressed, the baby blossomed, he became a man. I'm talking about, you know him, I know him, Asta from blackclover. Let's break it down. He is the embodiment of hard work that could get you anywhere in life, no matter what's your background. Starting as a boy who has zero mana and magic, in a world full of magic that determines where you stand, he surpassed the expectations and he even surpassed characters who have more magic than him. Literally fuck Naruto, fuck Luffy. This guy has literally shit on them both. Unlike the both of them, he does let the side characters shine. Again, he does let the side characters shine. He doesn't take the shine away, making everyone and him in the show the center of attraction. And to top it off, unlike Naruto and Luffy, he is not broken. Well, yes, anti-magic is broken on the paper, but against Vito in practice, it didn't do that well. Against Licht, Patri, or right now against current manga Lucifero. Right now, this means that he is a balanced protagonist, power-wise and written-wise. Even with the devil uniforms, it's debatable of course. And I'm planning to make a whole video out of him, to be honest, like a whole video made for Asta only. His goal is not the same as Naoto. Don't make that comparison. You cannot compare a galaxy to the universe. You cannot compare the sun to the moon. You literally can do that. Naoto was chosen by destiny to become a Hokage. Destiny gave him crazy chakra like Kurama. But unlike Asta, Asta has zero magic. He has anti-magic, a broken power in paper, but in practice it has been proven to be not that powerful at all. His goal is to become the Wizard King, yeah, and prove that you can shape your own path. That's why Asta is an 8 out of 10 protagonist, and I really can't wait to see the end of the journey with him.
So be it. Alright then, I guess it's come down to this. Come forth, Rage Shield!
For the last character to close off the part 1 is Shieldhero protagonist Naofumi. Now I consider it nugent because I'm only watching the anime and not reading the completed manga or light novel. I hate isekai, but I can't help but fall in love with how good Naofumi is. He is a character that you can relate to. Like, if I were like to summarize the whole character, I will literally say that he is a character that you can relate to. When you watch the show, his decision to walk away and shape his own path and freely breaking up with the trash kingdom and party, you feel like if you were in his shoes you would do the same. The moment when Naofumi said, "You brought me here, you dragged me away from my home, and now you treat me like trash, just get me home already," hits hard. And it just shows how realistic this character is. And I swear to God, I'm ready to bet my firstborn child, as some ordinary gamer says. I'm ready to bet my ass, my version of that if it was another author like Ichiro Oda, Doctor would say some shit like, "I need to prove that I'm useful. I need to prove that I'm useful. I can't blame them. I'm only but a shield. I need to become an invisible shield. I need to become a cop. I need to watch Shieldhero Sama penetrating with his spear my entire party of women while I play with my shield on the couch." Naofumi is not your typical protagonist. He is truly a character that went into such a great character development. Realistic character development, I just say. Now, I can't talk a lot about him, because unfortunately I only watched season 1, but so far he is good, definitely an 8 out of 10 character. So yeah, that was part 1. You can expect a part 2 once I finish my other vids. See you.